If you watch the races on the Schweiken live stream regularly, we'll often see Clinton show up at a crash site and he'll talk about the front end's collapsed, got a couple bent radius rods, and it's off the torsion arm. So I did my previous video how this torsion arm sits on the axle, but we didn't talk about radius rods. So here we're looking at the right front of my car, and obviously he's not crashed up. So we've got two radius rods here. And they're radius rods because as they go up and down, they move through a little bit of a radius, but they keep the axle sort of in position. So what do we mean by radius rod? And you may have heard about some people running a long rod or a short rod car, especially on the rear end. So here we've got an example. I've got the shortest rod off my car, which is the Panhard bar, and then we've got a tie rod just to give an example. So I've drawn this up, and if we set this here, put the chalk in it, pin the center, and we move this, you can see the radius that it follows. Now, through about this point, it's pretty straight, but as the travel gets more, now this is actually going to pull the axle this way and this way down in that travel. So how can we get away from that? Well, here the tie rod is probably double the length. So we set it up in the same format and we trace the chalk, and you can see it's a bigger radius, which means now the flat part is a lot longer. So you've got a lot less side to side movement. So here we've got probably about 3 inches of side to side movement with the short arm that we don't have with the long arm. That makes a big difference if you're moving an axle or something sideways in a car or even front to back.